in Pennsylvania's primary election last week, a surprising amount of Republican voters decided to support Nikki Haley, despite her campaign being suspended. And experts are now watching to see who Haley's supporters will decide to cast their ballot for in November. WENY Washington correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill to break it down tonight. Brendan.
Hey there, Renata. Good evening. As we know, Pennsylvania is a huge battleground state that both presumptive nominees will be fighting very hard for. After last week's presidential primary in Pennsylvania, experts tell us former President Trump may have his work cut out for him, especially as the Biden campaign prepares to tap into that large amount of Haley supporters in the Commonwealth.
Donald Trump should be very concerned about his performance in Pennsylvania.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Former president and presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump easily won Pennsylvania's Republican primary last Tuesday with over 83% of the vote. However, nearly 160,000 Republican Pennsylvania voters did not choose Trump, opting for Nikki Haley instead. Haley suspended her campaign in early March, roughly 7 weeks before the Commonwealth's primary.
It's obvious that the Pennsylvania voters were sending a message to Donald Trump that they don't want him to be their nominee, or at least 16% were willing to vote for somebody who's already withdrawn from the race.
Dr. Todd Belt says 160,000 voters is a large number, especially in a swing state like Pennsylvania, where President Joe Biden narrowly beat Trump in 2020.
He lost to Joe Biden by 80,555 in 2020. So he's got margins he needs to make up in order to be able to carry the state if he's going to try to win it back in 2024.
It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that.
Belt says the former president has to do more to appeal to Haley supporters.
Well, to date, Donald Trump has not done anything to win over Nikki Haley's voters, and he doesn't have her endorsement either. In fact, Donald Trump told Nikki Haley's donors not to donate to him. And this is really concerning, considering the fact that he's really in a bad place financially, and he needs a lot of contributions, not just to pay his legal bills, but he's really behind Joe Biden in terms of campaign fundraising.
And Renata, it's also important to note that in last week's Democratic primary, there were about 70,000 votes for Dean Phillips, who also suspended his campaign, as well as about 60,000 write-ins. So all in all, President Biden received about 88% of the Democratic vote in last Tuesday's primary. And although Trump may be trailing when it comes to campaign fundraising, today's polling average from 538 actually shows Trump leading President Biden by about 1.7% in Pennsylvania. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Renata, back to you.